At St Monica Junior School in Southampton, Year 5 teacher Angie Sykes is using a geography lesson to assess her class's writing abilities.
Your task is to write a story explaining the water cycle, and the WILF is to use geographical language. During this geography lesson there were two objectives. I wanted, from a geography point of view, to see whether they understood the water cycle and could use the correct vocabulary, but from an APP point of view I wanted to assess how well they could use paragraphs. They'd already been taught how to paragraph and why you use paragraphs in literacy a few months ago, and this was a chance for me to see whether they could actually apply that knowledge. You've got to imagine you're a water droplet. You are going to write a story that explains your journey through that water cycle, okay? You've got to write down what happens to you and why it happens, because we're being really clever here. We're doing a bit of literacy, we're doing an explanation, but we're making it more interesting, so we're turning it into a story as well.
APP allows Angie to build up a picture of how pupils like Jack perform across each term.
These are the assessment guidelines for writing. Across the top you've got the different assessment focuses, so the different aspects of writing that are involved that you can assess. Down the side you've got the different levels. Jack is working at about a level 4, so I've got the assessment guidelines for level 3 and level 4. The ticks and the highlighted parts are where I found evidence for that bullet point in that particular assessment focus, then I've ticked it off to show that I've got evidence for it. Where it's highlighted, that's where I'm confident that I've seen enough evidence that he's very secure in that. The different colours match up to autumn, spring and summer, so the different terms, so I can see where he's progressed and areas that he needs to work on.
Hi, my name's Jack and I'm a water droplet. I live in the sea with my friends and family.
In terms of levels, I'd put this for AF3 at a level 3. He's got an opening, so he's got the opening clearly signalled there.
First, I swim to the surface with my friends when the sun is out. I get really hot and turn into a gas, then I get evaporated.
He's sequenced the ideas, he's got the time connected, he's got then, first, so that's clear that he knows the order of the water cycle. And the points are related to each other, that he's put them next to each other, so he hasn't skipped from evaporation to precipitation back to evaporation.
There are 4 meanders from the source to the mouth. I went round 2 of them before I entered my home again. This is my day. I hope